this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yo, I'm back with the guest. You got Dizaster on. Yo, Diz, what up, man?
What up, fool?
What up? Yo, Diz, what the fuck going on? You making fucking battle rap news and shit. What's going on?
What's man? This about the URL comment or what?
I mean, I'm trying to follow it. You said that. All right. You said URL fans are the most racist fans in battle rap. You said.
I feel like towards me, the URL fan base is extremely racist. Yeah.
All right. So break it down. Why do you feel like that?
I mean, we spoke about this. I told you, like, at the end of the day, it's like if you look at most of the way, like, people comment about me, it's just okay to, like, I feel like I'm the only, and maybe this is just a worldwide thing, but I get it the most from the URL fans and the cats from the East Coast, is that it's just okay to call me Kumar and bitch ass fucking camel and all these things, but there's no races where it's acceptable, where it's funny for people to say that about me. That's all. I mean, like, I don't really read comments like that, but every once in a while I do. I sit down and I'm like, fuck it. I'm bored. I'm going to read through a bunch of shit. And if you hear me come out with like a spurt like that, it's really from something. It's not like, if I make a statement like that, it's just from me just seeing like, damn, like, and at the end of the day, I don't really feel like I belong anywhere. So that's even weirder for me because it's not like white people are like, yeah, he's our white boy. That's how it is. It's either bitch-ass white boy or fucking camel taxi driver, and it's just, hey, that shit is fucking bullshit because ain't nobody going to stand up for no Arabic people because we got the whole bad, thing in the media and everywhere in the world that we're just, it's okay to diss us because we're crazy Islamic radicals or whatever, and it's really fucking frustrating at sometimes, like, for real. I don't think you understand how frustrating it is from my point of view being, like, nobody's going to understand this because you wouldn't be able to understand this, and nobody who's not an Arab kid is not going to be able to relate, or unless they're from somewhere else, they could also relate. Like, Asians can relate in a lot of circumstances, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like everybody can relate to what I'm feeling. You wouldn't understand it because when you're on the other side, you don't understand that alienation. This is what I was telling you. It's the same way how, like, white people have no black awareness, like, they don't understand how they're being fucking oppressed and how the police is treating them. They don't get it. They feel like, oh, no. They're, like, so naive to it. It's the same way for me from everybody, though. Like, nobody gets it. Like, it's, like, hella naive, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It's hard to just sit here and be able to tell a motherfucker, like, this is what you go through when it's just shit that you personally go through and it's personal experiences, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it is frustrating sometimes, but it's not that big of a deal, like, for real. At the end of the day.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Do you think it's more racism or do you think URL fans are just mad at two-hit math?
I think it increased after that. It definitely increased after that, but I'm commenting on the comments that come with it. Like, it's always just like, dog, like, I'm telling you, just look under my YouTube videos and look under comments, like, just research shit on Twitter. It's always shit like that. Like, that's all fools say to me. Bollywood and fucking, like, for me, I laugh at a lot of this shit. But at the end of the day, when that's all you're labeled as, it's crazy, man. Like, and yeah, I feel like it's like that, man. Well, I don't know why the fuck it's like that. Maybe it's like that because of our society and how it's structured right now. And maybe it's because America's going through this fucking crazy-ass shit. It's spilled into battle rap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just get categorized as even more of an outcast because where the fuck do I fit in all this shit?
Do you think there's racism in battle rap league?
Like, to be honest with you would. Here's the thing, though. Like, I feel like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a culture shock thing. In like, let's say URL. The way they look at it is like they don't fuck with a lot of cats that are from other places just because it's too much of a culture shock. But the way it comes off, like, from the fan base and from that perspective to me is that it's just kind of closed-minded, bro. Like, it does spill into that. If you really want to get into details, it does spill into that because you'd expect, like, the king of the dot crowds and the grind time type of shit to have the real racism in it because it's accepted to say funny racial jokes and shit like that. But that's because it's like stand-up comedy and everybody's fucking laughing about it just to fucking take the piss out of shit because we all really love each other. That's really the fucking, the main goal and point at the end. You know what I mean? So I feel like, where you'd expect that shit to be, it's less there, and where you wouldn't expect it to be, it is there. You know what I mean? And it's more than just racism. It's like even state pride. It's everything. It boils down to mad fucking ego and fucking like pride, man. It's in everything. New York is like that towards the Midwest. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just the Cali. I can't take the Cali shit personal, even though I do, because I feel like the West Coast don't get the fucking love it's supposed to get, even though, like, yeah, we're making shit happen in the West Coast, and that's all cool and everything, but if you look at the bigger image, nah, we're not really respected like that. That shit is a fucking problem after a while, because it is hip-hop, and at the end of the day, it comes from all walks of life in different parts of the fucking country and world, for that matter.
You know what though, Diz? I gotta keep it real with you, B.
What?
You wasn't saying that shit before URL was around. This Grind Time and Grind Time West was everything was Grind Time West. Y'all got way more love than Grind Time New York and the East Coast. You know that.
But you have to understand how Grind Time West was. We accepted everybody from everywhere. Like we flew people in from everywhere. That was like, dog, like if you talk about Oakland, like the crazy part about Oakland is how diverse it was. And even though it was a hood-ass fucking scenario and environment, and we used to battle at places like Mosswood Park and crazy-ass fucking like legendary places like that, it was just a worldwide accepting thing, bro. Like it was crazy. Like we watched two Asians battle each other and we fucking died over it. Like everybody died that night at that park. Like it was just battle rap on different levels, and it was accepted on every single fucking level. And it wasn't, but maybe it doesn't come down to racism in that aspect. Maybe it's just culture shock. Like I'm telling you, I'm not just generalizing that as racism.
Oh no, I'll tell you.
It's close-minded. It kind of is if you think about it. Like there's so many different people, bro. I'm trying to go battle in Russia. Like, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, like, everybody wants to be able to do shit like that, whether they act like they don't. Like, the way we are out here is we're culturally unaware of other people that are doing shit, and that's how we are in general. I'm a very different person, man. Like, I like watching people battle in other languages, even though I don't get it. I just think that's hip-hop, and it's incredible how we've influenced the world, and it's a part of us.
All right. Yeah, Diz, you got a problem, man. All right. You got a problem. We got a problem. I'm going to be real with you. Here's the problem, right? We had Hollow on a couple of weeks ago. Now, you know we want to see you battle Hollow. You know that y'all been going back and forth for a minute.
we
want to see that.
Gonna battle.
Huh?
Me and Hollow going battle.
Y'all are?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly when, because we got a lot of shit. Like, I got a lot of shit I'm doing this whole summer. You'll see the proof of it as the summer. Yeah, I can't battle anytime soon anyways. But yeah,
but this is what I'm trying to say.
You talking about the statement he made?
Yeah, he's saying he can't, he's not going to battle.
Don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that, man.
So you want to take care of that for the battle to happen?
Man, it doesn't even matter about taking care of it or not. Like, math doesn't decide that shit. The fact that Hollow just said that, man, he's just, trust me, man. At the end of the day, the battle will happen whether he wants it. Like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the battle is way bigger than, you know, Math's emotions about it and just giving Hollow a guilt trip about the shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you know, like, Math is going to have to grow up is what's going to have to happen, and it's all going to get squashed. You know what I mean? So we'll see what's up. I mean, you know, the battle with Hollow has to happen. I mean, I'm definitely not saving my best bars and the shit that I think is fucking incredible to spit to another person so people could be like, oh, well, he's not this guy, though. Like, no, I'm saving the shit that I have for the craziest dudes, either Lux or Hollow or something. Like, I'm not going to just spit them to, like, who the fuck ever wants to do a battle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
Like, I feel like I'm not wasting this shit on, like I'm telling you, I feel like I'm at the pinnacle of my shit right now. I feel like I have crazy fucking shit that I've cooked up that I'm sitting on, and I'm only going to release it against, like, 2 or 3 people, and if they're not going to battle me, fuck it. Like, just going to keep doing this other shit that I'm doing right now because it's going to bring results anyway.
And the 3 people was Hollow, Lux, and who's the third?
I mean, obviously, like, I don't know, man.
Just go ahead and say it. We know what you want to say.
I'm lost.
Right.
No, you're not.
I mean,
What's up, man?
I guess, like, I don't know.
Because
Mook or fucking
Yeah,
Hollow.
thank you. He said it.
but all right, but hold on.
I couldn't hear it.
But it's like, I don't really want to battle Mook because he would make that shit such a crazy situation. Like, it wouldn't be, like, I don't even know if it would just be a battle with Mook. It would just be all kinds of other shit.
But look, I was thinking about Big K.
You know what? I've considered battling Big K a bunch of times, man, just because of how good he is, and I wanted to just try that style, punching bar for bar and writing like that for a whole battle. But I don't think like, right now, I'm just, like, not going to change my mind, man, unless, like, and it's not like fools are going to come with some, like, crazy amount of money for me. It's gonna be like, you know, I don't know. Big K's more risk than fucking reward, like a motherfucker, first of all. Let's keep it 100 without fucking sugarcoating shit. He's way more risk. And, like, if I manage to get on top and win, it's like, all right, cool. You fucking beat him. Like, yeah, he's an incredible fucking battler, but nothing happens to my buzz. I don't get no extra money the next time I battle because of that. It's not going to be like, they're not going to doubt me after that and be like, yeah, but, like, I'm done with the buts. That's the whole thing. You see where I'm at? Like, I was going to battle Official because she a girl. And I need a girl under my belt. I've battled everyone in the world, and I don't have a fucking girl battle yet.
Okay. Official.
That was for, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Diz, I need your honest opinion on something. I seen a comment today on Twitter where somebody said, they were talking about DNA, and they was like, how is DNA not a legend? He did more for battle rap than Mook. And it really made me sort of think, like, do you think that you and DNA pretty much started, I don't want to say I started at the same time, but...
I think I said DNA wasn't a legend recently. Did I?
DNA's a legend.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I said he wasn't, but, like, if I look at it, he kind of is. I just feel like he just hasn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is. He is. I just feel like he still has been along as long as you would call a legend. Like, a legend is not 4 or 5 years either. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 2-3 years, you're still a fucking beginner and you coming out, you crazy. Like, you can't call somebody a legend unless they're like Kobe or Jordan or... Like, I feel like legend is like a longevity thing. Like, bro, a whole fucking career, like a whole body of work, a resume, like, and you growing older with it, like, way longer than that. When did DNA start battling really? Like, he battled when he was younger, but I'm saying, when did he break out? He broke out in, like, 2009 or some shit. Or, like, 2010. There's fools that have had battles on fucking YouTube since fucking 2003, 2002, 2004, I mean. Since YouTube came along, 2005. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like he's one of the dudes that have been battling as long as cats that should be called legends. You know what I mean? And I don't know, we were talking about Mook and Lux and, like, them, like, taking a huge gap in their shit. Like, just a gap in time. Like, who's really battled throughout the whole era to be, like, called that? Like, who's really held their shit together and their name has stayed strong and they have broke boundaries until now from the fucking moment, from the beginning. Like, we're talking WRCs, pre-WRCs. Who's really been doing that shit for that long? Dog, it's a handful of cats. It's like Conceited, Arsenal, Hollow, me, fucking, like, who hasn't stopped, we're saying, bro? Like, who's really done this shit full fucking pedal from the fucking beginning, hasn't taken no 4-year.
Yeah, but you know what though, Diz? But here's the thing though, Diz. The thing about it is DNA young as fuck.
I know, that's why I said he's on his way to this shit. Nah, he's definitely without, like, in my opinion, he is already. And if you can make a case for somebody who's made it to legend status earlier than others, maybe it's him. Because he's a young motherfucker. When I battled him, like, I was like, damn, this is a young little crazy kid. He's going to be crazier when he's fucking older. I always knew that. You know what I mean?
Okay, Ever, how you feel, Ever? This is interesting right here. I always thought DNA was
but you can make a case for him. No, for sure. No, I think he is. But, like, this is what you're saying, what we define a legend as. For me, like I told you, It's the ones that started from day one and haven't missed a beat. Do you hear me, Caps?
Nah, but I hear you. But here's the thing, though. I feel
those are a very hand few. That's it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say, though, Diz. I mean, if DNA started when y'all started, he would be like 6, my nigga. So for him to be started, you know what I'm saying? So for him, he started with Brian Thomas. He was like 13, 14.
No, I get it. That's why you can make the case for him for being a legend. I agree with you. And you know what? He's like a young fucking prodigy legend fucking type of deal. He is. Straight up. You can't take that from him. Even though he rapped to me in a different language, we still can't take that from him.
Oh, nah, but I was hey, yo, but nah, this is what I was. Hey, yo, you know what? I'm lost, Diz. Do you think you beat DNA?
Of course I beat DNA. What are you, out of your mind? Like, do you think, like, making a group of little white kids in Canada that have barely started watching battle rap go, whoa, Canada savior at the end, do you think that constitutes a fucking win when you're getting bashed the whole fucking battle with haymakers of bars that are in English?
Yo, Diz, my nigga, I had DNA 2-1, my nigga. You tripping right now.
I mean, that's cool.
Yo, I'm going to tell you what slipped up at. You had it. Yo, Diz, I think you had it, but you fucked up because you tried to do what you did with Shade. You had to do it in the audience, fuck with you, and do you.
I feel like my first round was enough to shut down the whole battle. Like, he didn't do
nah, but you can't. Yo, it was, though. Yo, don't get fucked up. Your first round was classic, nigga.
Look, I appreciate how much you support him and feel that way about him. I respect your opinion. I definitely
don't go.
But listen, Caps, when I lose to someone as an MC that's been doing this for like 17 years now, I got to be able to feel it myself too. Because you know what? I put my pride aside when it comes to shit like that. I'm not that egotistical dude. I want to be able to feel like you fucking ripped me. Like, I need to know where this happened. And if I don't leave a battle feeling that way, then that never happened. You get what I mean? But I do know that there always is an opinion and a fucking in a subjective way of looking at things. Of course you see it that way because that's what it is to you, and I respect that because that's what it is to you. You feel like his delivery is more like you could digest his delivery more than you could digest mine. I completely understand that on a fucking way, like, you know, more detailed level. There's a science to this shit, and it's cool. That's cool you feel that way, man. But yeah, just to end this whole fucking thing with, I do agree DNA is a legend, and he's given me one of my best battles ever. You know what I mean? For sure. We got like 4 million views on.
I'm have to watch that battle. I have to watch that battle again, but I believe I had DNA too. But of course, you know, Diz, I love you.
No, that's cool. Hey, listen, a lot of people do believe he won. I mean, if you look at the YouTube comments, even though for me I get destroyed by the majority has him getting ripped in half. You know what I mean? If you look at the YouTube comments, you gotta understand, like, when you actually break down what I'm saying to him, there's really no comparison. But I guess I get how people could see it like that. I do see that. I understand that. I've been battling for long enough to be able to understand the both sides of the thinking and the coin, basically. I get it. You know what I mean? I respect your opinion. That's cool.
Dizaster, I think the issue probably would be is that you're probably comparing material, and everyone else is just because DNA's style is probably a bit more fan friendly. Like you said, it's easier for people to grab a hold to what he's saying and follow what he's saying. So even if your material, even if your material was probably better, I think it's just kind of a thing of people like, okay, I got what DNA was saying, like the punch land in the right place, and it's just
another thing ever, not to cut you off, my boy, but another thing is when you freestyle, like the point of freestyling and actually spitting lines and being a good freestyler is saying coherent shit that makes sense. When you have over 25 lines that don't make sense, when you have over 25 to 30 lines that don't make sense at all, like they're not in English, like you don't have, there's no words in the dictionary. You can't really win a battle like that. But I understand, like I get it, like I really do, like I'm and I appreciate those fans too because they keep a little balance in it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what we do is based on the word. What's up?
I want to ask you a question. You've been doing this for a long time, and you just said something that I found interesting. Do you feel like fans, like their brains just aren't all the way turned on? They're just kind of like picking up words here and there, and they pick up on the crowd reaction, and then they just kind of go with kind of like what the consensus is. Because honestly, I've watched a battle where like the overwhelming the majority of people picked a certain battler, but the other person's material was just far and away better.
Right.
They picked the
You
other
gotta
guy.
understand too. You gotta understand. You make a great point. You gotta understand. This is a period of time where the Canadian crowd was still very young and underdeveloped, bro. And it was like the first time they see like a black American. They were like weird. They were like weird around them. You know, they didn't know what to do. So it was just funny watching that whole interaction because I don't know. I just felt like they were just culture shocked and they were still like so like brand new to the shit. Like it wasn't like they are now. They're like a seasoned crowd now and they're more diverse. And Toronto is just a really diverse city, so it just became a more diverse thing. But in the beginning, it was just more a younger crowd that wasn't really. They started at a park, you know what I mean? And like they weren't that fucking developed yet. You know, when I came out there, that was the biggest real big battle they've ever had when me and DNA battled. You know what I mean? That was like their biggest shit. Like before that, they had like Pat Stay versus Holohan. That was their biggest shit, which was a Canadian battle. And there was nothing before that was like that they were really like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got to see some crazy shit. And they sided up who they felt they should side up with based on the scenario. And even though they're delivering closer line made no sense too, it basically got me fucking like the L or whatever. Oh, the Canadian savior. Woo!
And I think
bro.
I think Dizaster. I think his point that he just made, that is a general consensus for a lot of people when it comes to you. Because I know I have had to go to bat in AFM and just on the show when it comes to you because people feel like your freestyle, when you get in that zone, I call it the zone. And they feel like you ramble. And I don't feel like that. And a prime example, I'm going to give you this, because me and Caps went back and forth on this battle. When you bet that you're third against Verb, I was like, listen to that shit again. Caps, you got to listen to that shit again. like Diz was nuts. He was like, hell no. And then he came back and we were on the show. He was like, you know what? Yeah. So I think that people look at it as certain things, especially with freestylers. And, the whole DNA, I get it. He's gotten better, though. He's gotten better about that.
Oh, yeah.
It depends, Wayne. It depends.
Clearly.
But you know what? You know what, though, Dizaster? I will tell you this. I'm one of those few people. I don't, like, very few battles are classics to me. Like, I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'm rarely impressed. I thought your battle against DNA was a classic. So I'll give you that. Whether they thought you won or lost, like I don't like shit. And I thought that was a classic.
At the end of the day, as long as somebody gives me a round, I know that they're are not like haters. As long as you give me a round in that battle. As long as you give me the first round. Because I get people that say, bitch-ass white boy died in that first round. It does happen.
Nah, there's one, You got round one.
I know, but there are people that exist, bro, that don't believe I've ever won any rounds ever.
Oh, my God.
Nah, but that's just, like I said, Diz, like I said.
And they're from your neighborhood, Cap.
Nah, but you gotta understand, man, but that's why I wanted to get into it with you. Like, how do you really, like, I already know you don't feel like y'all got respected. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how do I feel
it's weird, that? Man. Like, all right, Grind Time had all the respect in the beginning, but it was mainly on the West. You know what I'm saying? But now it's URL and it's mainly on the East.
I don't know what that came from. Like I'm telling you, I don't know. Was it Awkwards in the Arsenal that caused this to happen? I don't know who the fuck did this shit, but whatever the fucking case is, I don't know. I just feel like there's gonna always be this perception thing where we're looked at a certain way. Dog, I don't think people will ever know who I truly am when I'm not battling. Like, I don't know if I could. It's just not for me to explain. I guess if you don't know me, you know me. You know how I move. You know how I am. If you don't, then fuck, man. Like, I guess there's always gonna be this perception shit where they imagine you as this thing. and you're never like, I don't know how they see me, dog. They see me as some type of poser, fucking. I don't know how they see me. Like, they have this whole, like, a lot of the fans have this perception of me, and I don't know how the fuck that would ever change. Like, I don't think there's anything I could do to change it. Like, there's nothing I could do to change how people look at me, dog. They're always gonna be like, nah, you suck, fuck you, you trash, you either pussy over here or you lied about this over here. And it's like, even if I tell the truth, like, I'll be talking about subjects, and I'm always honest, and I tell the truth. People are like, nah, he's lying. It's crazy.
Dizaster.
I can't do shit.
But you know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's not even about telling the truth or not. You ask stuff talking about polls. A lot of that shit, it be because of you. Like, I'll sit back on Twitter and I'll watch you. And it's like I don't get it. Like I totally don't get this shit. Sometimes I'll be thinking you a member of the best friends on fucking little and shit. How you fucking 1 minute you dissing him.
Wait, who? Wait, who? 1 minute I'm dissing who and what?
I said it just seems like I don't fucking know. 1 minute you're down and squash it, the next minute you're fucking talking shit. It's just
man, you know what it is? It's because he don't stop, and you know what? I gotta stop buying into the fan shit too. Like, also, like, and I think he's buying into it too. But it's like too much of that negative shit, and it's like you're gonna get a response, and he just is always saying shit, dog. He's always saying crazy shit. Like, I always have people sending me his random side comments. I'm usually only responding, man. I swear on everything. Like, people really think I shouldn't respond to him because I know he's fucking still mad. So he's gonna do that shit. But I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore. Like, this shit was such a long time ago, dog. I've got into like 15 fights ever since.
All right, so
you
that's a question.
I'm remembering what happened the 14th fight ago. So I don't give a fuck about that shit because it's on camera.
Well, my nigga, here's my thing. But so how you? I mean, when are y'all gonna fix it then? Well, when is it gonna be over? Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Now listen,
why are people so invested in this?
Listen. Because there should be no reason why I can't see you in Hollow because of it. Or any. I'm saying there's other niggas who's in the middle who feel they can't battle and shit. Like, you and Hollow gotta happen too. No one's talking about it because of this.
No, it's not because of that. It's because other battles are happening right now, and I'm not in the mix right now. Like, things are going the way they're supposed to, Cap. I'm not, like, this is why, like, battle rap is waves. You let shit happen in waves. Once this wave is over, the next wave will start. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to even be visible like that right now. You know what I mean? Even though I get hundreds of tweets a day saying me versus Hollow, I'm not retweeting any of them. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because right now, it's not the time. When he's done with this battle, we'll talk about it. It's like, man, they got a battle this week.
Yeah. I know that. That's true.
Like, he got a battle this week. You think I want to be one of those guys that just puts my name in the middle of everybody's shit?
Nah, that's true.
Hey,
you know what?
Bro.
You know what? Hey, Diz, who you got winning?
I already did an interview, man. It's going to drop, man. I basically said this, man.
I don't care about your interview.
The first one. I think Hollow.
You fell right into that, Diz. You fell right into that.
That's funny as fuck. Nah, but I basically said, look, me and Hollow, Hollow and Pat, fucking, the first one, Hollow took it. I just feel like it was just, it was just maybe they were both uninspired. I feel like this one, if they're both inspired like the way to write for each other like they were the first time, I can't really call who would win if they both are. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know who's gonna win this battle. Even though if somebody edges it, I'm pretty sure Hollow's gonna edge it because of how he knows how to just command battles and just create environments to his fucking advantage. I'm expecting something like that from Hollow to be able to look slightly better than Pat State if something happens, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I just feel like equal forces going at each other, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I think Hollow is just a little bit more polished.
You know, Hollow, he always has either that dap, how he'll like not dap you, or like how he fucking pulled up the shirts on Clips. Like, that kind of was the end of Clips right there. Like, when he pulled up the shirt and said, I'm the one making the money off these shirts, I pretty much knew this was not your night, Clips. Go home. Like, I was thinking, like, man, I feel so bad for this guy because now there's no way out of this and it's going to show on his face. You know what I mean?
You know, I just noticed we always talk about Hollow's strong points. What are Hollow's weak points?
Wait, I talk about his what?
His strong points. What are some of his weak points? Like his strong points.
I mean, I could tell you some shit that I don't feel like he's the best at, but if I told you like what I feel about his weak points, that would just give away how like something I would attack on him probably. But you know,
okay.
I mean, I feel like but I'll tell you, I feel like like Hollow could be like super like the way I look at how he prepares for battles. I feel like he could be really uninspired for somebody. Like Hollow's the type of guy, like his whole "I'm not excited" thing. That has a lot of truth to it, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like if he's not interested in... I don't even feel like he was inspired to write for Budden, believe it or not.
Yeah, it kind of came off that way.
I know he wasn't. How about that? Like, it's not that I feel... I know he wasn't. So, he wasn't inspired for that battle. In a battle that big, he wasn't excited about it. So, that is like a really crazy thing for him because you know what, man? What drives a battle rapper is the shit that Danny Myers got going on inside him. You know what I mean? That desperate energy to fucking battle everything around you, including the tree and the fire hydrant. That fucking energy. Like, I'll battle the fire hydrant. I'll battle the tree. I'll battle the cars going by. Cars, bodies. That energy, bro. Like, that's what drives the battler, man. That's that real battle energy. What up?
Just want to ask you a question. Now, I've always wondered, like, the people who seem to have that seem to be the people who haven't quite gotten the respect that they or fans feel like they deserve. And I wonder if that motivation comes down to, like, almost desperately, because I feel like Cortez has that same thing. Like, Cortez is someone, if he battles, I expect for Cortez to show up and give his best. But he's another guy who the fans really don't respect like maybe they should. And I wonder if you think
that's what this generation is, bro. That's what this generation is, bro. The hard-working guy is like the guy they least respect, bro. Look at Daylight, bro. Daylight is in a different city every other week on a different flyer every other week. I don't think anyone's out like citied me besides Daylight. He's literally been everywhere. You look at a lot of these rappers like Real Deal who've been battling, like who got I don't know how many fucking battles out there. There are so many cats who put in mad work who don't get that top respect that they should get. DNA is one of them too, to be honest with you. Even though he does get a lot of respect, DNA is not looked at as like top 3 in the fucking world, even though he fucking puts in more work than anybody.
But Dizaster, I wanted to touch on this because my call dropped, but I have to say this. Dizaster, I really believe that when people talk about legendary status and all of that stuff, I think resume does matter, but I do believe the perception of your talent level probably trumps everything. It's like how Jodai jumped to you after having a few battles. Like, how many guys
the
up and coming can
perception
get
of
this?
his talent level?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. You a smart motherfucker. You a smart motherfucker, man. That shit's so true. I never thought about that. Look. That's the reason why, Monk been on for so long. It's that perception, baby. It's that crazy perception, bro. A lot of these cats have been surviving off perception, or it's the other way around. Like, you could be perceived to be whack as fuck. You know who's perceived to be that way? Who's really fucking nice as fuck? Newborn.
Who's that?
He's all Newborn. Newborn. Let me tell you who else. QP. Who else? There's a couple of cats. We perceive, like, the way people perceive them is like whatever, but they're really absolute monsters if you actually pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Danny,
perception is crazy.
I told Danny Myers I came up with kind of like a something called super mid-tier, where it's like guys who have all the talent. I call it that. They have all the talent to be like top tier or even like legendary status, but they have an image issue or there's something just holding them back.
Bro, that's genius to actually give them a category. It's just to even
like,
think to give them a category is genius.
Yeah, like YK, like Young Cannon, Danny Myers, QP, Quantum Physics. Like, I feel like he's one of those guys.
If you put them all in a group, look, if you put all of them in a group like that, how you're categorizing them, like how there's top tier and lower tier or whatever, if you put them in a group, that gives them special attention, and that still puts them in a fucking special place, which is actually a genius thing to do. They should actually create, like, we're the special tier or whatever. They call them special tier.
Yeah, think about it, because like, if you took QP, if you took QP's talent and gave it to K-Rock, took everything that QP could do and give it to K-Rock.
That's a monster.
K-Rock would be God on earth.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I agree. This was crazy. Yo, that's crazy, man. Y'all some real battle rap analytical motherfuckers, man.
yeah. Yo, Diz, before I let you go, what was your favorite battle? Your favorite battle?
Wait, what? What was my favorite battle or what?
What was your favorite battle that you've been in?
Oh, man, you know what? It's crazy because my 3 last battles have been my favorite battles I've ever had to be part of. I don't know which one I enjoy more, but they're like a 3-story episode, the dumbfounded Jonai and Solomon fucking chapters, bro. Those were the funniest moments of my life. Maybe Jonai. I think Jonai was definitely the funnest battle. Him and Solomon or something. Yeah, man, poor Jonai, man. Oh, God, man, don't even remind me, bro. I'll start laughing again. He came up there and was pacing like he was going to do something, Cap. He was pacing like he was going to shut the building down.
Dizaster, you know what's funny about that battle?
Oh, my God.
You know what's funny? Hey, yo, Dizaster, you know what's funny about that battle?
Hey.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, but yo, Diz, I'm going to get you back up here, you heard?
Yeah. No, just let him ask me this last question. I'm going to get off. What were you going to say?
No, I wasn't going to ask. What I was going to say is I've seen you as a person who get a lot of hate. But after that Jonai battle, like, I have never seen so many people on your side at one time ever. Like, you may never get that again. Like, they were trashing this dude because of how bad you killed this dude. It was crazy. Like, I knew you had to feel in that moment. Like, you had to feel in that moment. Like, it may not get better than this.
Hey, it was definitely the most love I got, especially from the cosign that he had from everybody. I'm going to leave you on that note. Pretty much the reason why it was so big is because everybody really was saying this was the new guy. He had bars, and I was going to get spanked. I'm the old fucking dog, and he's the new blood, and he died. And if it was a Vegas bet, fools would have lost a lot of money that night because they're a bunch of idiots. Anyways, I'm out of here, man. Y'all
all right.
Man. Good looking out.
Yo, Diz, appreciate this.
Hey, man, always, man. I'll holler at you guys.
All right.
Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fuck your head, man.
Gang fan movement is the movement to move with.